welcome to the commentary zone. As you enter the room, please don't forget to give us a little thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, the notification bell, tell a friend. Okay, y'all. Today on the docket, we have our little special limited time series for Married at First Sight. Australia, season 11, episodes 13 through 16. These shows don't have no names because who cares? It's just all mess.
I mean, and some people, I have no sympathy for you. I'm gonna start with that. There's some people who want to play victim, but I have no sympathy. I have none, zero.
I
Mm-mm.
was truly disappointed in one individual.
Oh, for sure.
So fucking disappointed. Um, um, I thought they were a better person than that, but anyway. All right, so
Mhm.
this week, the episode started off with a commitment ceremony. Then we had the week that it was, which was adding in the new couples, and then it ended off with the dinner party. So I had fun on the front and back end, and couldn't care less about the middle.
I was the same way though. To be completely honest,
Hmm.
I didn't care about anything in the middle. They could cut that all out for me. I was watching them. I could cut these episodes out and just skip straight to the end.
No. Uh-uh.
No,
Mm-mm. We have to talk about the commitment ceremony.
was that in the middle? That
No, that was
was.
episode 13, the first one.
They all blended together to a degree.
Well, I thought that they see. I'm mad at editing. This is what I was talking about yesterday
Okay.
because our last recap, 1 through 12, when it was sex week or intimacy week. Sorry, same thing. Um, Remember Alessandra had a group session with the guys, and
Right.
Jack said, "I am not attracted to my wife." All of them heard it. All of them. Tim went and saw Tori in the hallway at the Sky Suites and said, "Yo, your man ain't attracted to you."
Right.
Heard that the wrong way and went running back to Jack because she's dickmatized without even seeing the dick, and went and twisted it and made it seem like an attack when he was really giving her a heads up because I think he liked
Exactly.
her. And Jack said, "Remember, he's attacking my character." Say what now? No, he ain't.
Tell the
I,
truth.
I saw no attack on character. He relayed a message of something that he actually heard come out of your mouth, Jack. But we get to the commitment ceremony and nobody brings this up. That all of the guys heard him say this, even Alessandra, the expert. So this is what I'm so pissed at editing. Why is nobody saying this?
And that's the whole thing. Y'all all, like you said, you all heard it. Y'all just mad because Tim said it out loud. He broke some sort of bro code. Get the fuck out of my face with that. Um, and yeah, like y'all gonna let this. Here's the thing. Let's call a thing a thing. Y'all, all of you, except for Timothy, you guys are all gonna sit there and let Jack gaslight this young girl. That's what it was. That's what it was. Because
Mm-hmm.
no one corroborated the truth. Now we're gonna take that, right. We're gonna take
Mm-hmm.
that first instance.
Mm-hmm.
Then he repeats it again on a separate occasion. So this is not a
Mm-hmm.
one-off conversation. This is a
Mm-hmm.
second conversation
Yep.
about not being attracted to you. And I'm gonna skip ahead a little bit, and I'm 100% agree with Lauren. If you're joking, how come you don't? How come you wait to say this when she's not around?
I want to add another point to this. The last time he said it was in a group session. Tim is Tim is probably the only one in this bunch of men that will not be intimidated by Jack and his manipulative way.
Mm-hmm.
He went straight to Tori and told Tori. He realized that Jonathan is weak. And as I think it was John said, knelt down to the alpha.
Yeah.
And he went and repeated it to Jonathan, who they called Jono, while they was at the gym off camera, probably elaborated why he's not attracted to her.
Right.
Didn't realize that Jono was going to go home and tell Lauren, or maybe he did, so that he could break up those two and get rid of them and get Lauren away from Tori because she's an influence that he does not want in Tori's life because he need to make it to
Right.
so he could get paid.
Right. And I'm looking at Jono like this. Jono, you set the table yourself. You didn't think it was a joke. So you ran that back because you know
He knew it wasn't a
Tori and
joke.
Laura, yeah, Tori and Lauren are very good friends. So you knew once you ran that back to Laura, you knew she was gonna tell Tori. There
But
was no
she
ifs, ands, or buts around
said,
it.
she said at the apartment, I'm gonna burn this bitch down. She said in the
Yeah,
car, I'm gonna burn this bitch down and you better back me up. And he said,
yeah,
I'm gonna back you
back
up.
you up.
He backed up, but not her. He just backed up. He just backed up. And I was so
Backed up.
disappointed.
He backed that bus up over Lauren. That's what he did.
But this is what Lauren has been saying the whole time. She did not feel supported. She did not
Mm-hmm.
see him taking a firm stance on anything.
Nothing.
And it wasn't until Jack said, why don't you muzzle your woman? That Jonathan finally said, don't talk to my wife like that. But he said it in such a meek voice.
Right.
Everyone else at the table was like, what?
Right.
And he was like, don't say that. Don't talk to my wife like that. Wink, wink. It was just stupid. Stupid. I would have smacked him. And then I would have leaned across because it was comical how they sat down. They sat Lauren, and they do have place settings at that table. They
Mm-hmm.
do have place settings. So production set up that interaction.
Of course they did.
Placed opposite each other. And Jack saw when Lauren and the girls took Tori away, he wanted to get up and go.
Yeah,
But
he
he
did.
couldn't. He had to stay with the boys. And they warned her before the dinner. And they told her. And she came and sat down. And what did she do? Hug him. Like grab a hold of his arm. That to me said, okay, I'm supporting my man. I don't believe what none of these heifers say. He looks at her and says, who upset you? Is it the one across from me?
Mm-hmm.
And he starts giving her the Darth Vader death stare. And you're like, bro, and she like, bro, we do.
I love Lauren.
Got a problem? Bring it.
I love Lauren. She was standing on business. She does not care.
She don't care. And she got that lazy eye wide awake and was staring him down and did not care while eating. He opened a can of worms that he could not put back into the can.
Exactly. And I will say this for Sarah.
Bad.
She works my nerve to no degree.
Mm-hmm.
But when she said no, you cannot justify that. Don't do it. She's like,
Mm-hmm.
We're not gonna even do that. I'm like, you got Sarah making
Sarah
sense
was
now.
good in the conversation before the dinner. Sarah was good. I was surprised
when she said when she did what she said. No. She wasn't even gonna even have it. I'm like, you go ahead, Sarah. You better let her know.
Mm-hmm.
And I love John. What's his name? John. The expression like the sisterhood is really coming through right now. I like that. I like the sisterhood is they're just there. They got her. They're not gonna let him get away with this. And Lauren's just gonna go in and let have. And she did. And John, I'm looking at him like, I see why she mad at you all the time. Like, how you? Here's the whole thing. How you gonna run information back? She tells you she's gonna let loose said information, and then you not back her up.
Wow.
I was sitting there like, yeah, no, he gotta go. He's on my nerve. Yeah, bye. And Timothy's sitting there like, I told y'all. Timothy, you can see the look on his face. I told y'all what it was, but y'all didn't want to hear it from me.
Hi, everybody in the chat. Auntie, thank you so much for letting us know that everything is better. And we're so glad that you could join us today despite everything. So welcome, my love. Welcome everybody in the chat. Everybody heard it. Yeah. So I'm just flipping through these things. Go ahead, Jamal. Mm-hmm.
It was just when he was doing what he was doing, I'm sitting there like, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, that for me. That was it. I'm sitting there like, Lauren, why are you still sitting there at the table?
Mm-hmm.
I had to move my chair. I had to switch places with somebody.
She already wrote him off. She wasn't interrupting her dinner. She could stay right there, finish eating. But she was butt hurt. But again, Lauren doesn't need anybody to have her back.
No.
She could do it. This was a test for him.
Exactly.
And he failed. He failed.
And the experts said it too. This is a test for him.
Mm-hmm.
And he failed. He failed. Now I'm gonna have to go in on Tori a little bit, and here's why.
But wait, before you do, let's just say what Jack said about her. Jack said to Jonathan, I hope we have a wife swaps week. So that way, if I haven't fucked Tori by then,
which you're not,
whoever gets her can fuck her for me.
And that's a joke.
For real.
And the funny thing with, and I'm looking at Tori like, ma'am, you understand that he's saying he said that, right? Mm-hmm. He corroborated that he said that. He said it. He said it as a joke, which means he said it. Period. Let's not even mince words there. He said it. Mm-hmm. Then he says it's a joke, and you're gonna go along with it. I have no sympathy for her. She's sitting there looking real raggedy and haggard. I have no sympathy for her. Zero. And the thing is with Jack, he knows he don't never have to fuck her because he got her on the string. She just salivating, just waiting for it, and he knows it. He knows he don't have to do no work. Yep. He could just roll on top of her one time and she'd be happy.
Yeah. Yep. I bet you anything. All he's let her do is stroke it over his gym shorts. That's about it.
That's about it.
And he's not even letting her get him off.
Nope.
Because it's just a semi. It ain't a full-on hard-on. It's just a semi. Because he doesn't like her. She's not physically attracted to he's not physically attracted to her. Because remember he said, I like brunettes. Yep. And who walked in? Jade. Target was on her. He hoping to get her in the wife swap. Because notice when Jay showed up, that comment was made. Now, mind you, I don't know if they had met the new recruits or not until they didn't meet them until the dinner. So he's off the hook.
No, but they went to the weddings.
Oh,
remember?
Shit, yeah.
They went to the weddings.
So there you go, people. If he went to Jade and Ridge's wedding, he had his eye on her from then. So it's just a whole mess. And what makes you think Ridge gonna let you dip it in into her? Because he just is as cocky as Jack.
Right.
Why nobody knows what Ridge's name is? They call him Reg, Ride, Rotor, like
Bridge.
It's everything except Ridge. Because when they I didn't know what he was saying until they wrote his name on the screen, to be very honest. And I was like, oh, his mama loved Bold and the Beautiful. I would have found another name.
Right.
I probably would have picked Thorn, his brother, because if I had just went through a natural delivery, that feel like a thorn. So I don't know.
Yeah, Tracy. Jeez. I was like, they work my nerve.
That was so annoying. So annoying. Stupid. All right, so wait, let's see the new people that have come in. All right, so this is what we was just talking about. Jade and Ridge.
They do make
Um,
a very handsome couple. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna
mm-hmm.
lie.
Yep.
But he's, I don't want to say bipolar, but his personality is one extreme to the other. Either he's very caring, very mature, very sound like that, but then he just goes into bro status. Like, yeah, shut up now. You just destroyed the whole illusion.
But he's a psychiatric nurse. Like he has
Hmm.
a really difficult professional job. He's an educated young man. I, when he gets around his friends, like
Friends,
he turns into some immature frat boy that I'm just not
exactly.
feeling.
And
But he has the capacity to do better
yes,
because when she told him that she has a 7-year-old daughter named Victoria, he was like, "Oh my God, I can so understand that. My mother had a child from a relationship before my father, and my father raised her as if she was one of his own and loves her like that. So I have a good example of that. Again, he just needs new friends.
yes,
He needs new friends. But they seem
agreed.
to have clicked, except when he does the D's.
Right. That's
And Alessandra was me. Alessandra was sitting there going, "What is he saying? I don't understand. I don't understand." And the other woman was like, "I'm gonna try and translate for you, but I might miss a lot." She's like, "What?"
right. She's all. He's gonna short everything. He gonna short every Australian word. We got. I got you over here.
But listen, Jaden was looking at him when he said, "Can I get a D's?" Jaden was looking at him like, "What?"
Right.
He was looking for the frat boys up in there, and none of them were there for it. None. Well, maybe Tim, but none of them. Oh, God. All right. So the next person that's new. Ugh.
I feel bad for him, but happy for us because she was okay. Can we talk about this? The only thing that interests me was the part where the voices were talking to her about him, and he wanted them. He was me. What the voices saying? I need to know what they talking about.
Well, this is Madeline and Ash. He's in pest control sales and she's a medium. And I loved it when Lauren was at the wedding and she said, "I'm a medium." And Lauren was like, "You're a medium what? Girl, you're a small, an extra small. Is it a clothes size? What's a medium? You're not a medium." Lauren was just cracking me up. She gave the best. But oh my God. If she's a medium, how come none of the voices ain't tell her she wasn't gonna be liking this guy and that he was gonna be shorter than her? Because honestly, this picture, he's standing on a box. He's a good 4 to 5 inches shorter than her,
Hmm.
and he seems like dollar store Wolverine to me.
Well, I
That's
mean,
all I gotta say.
there wasn't much here because she was just all over the place. He didn't know what to do. The voices was talking to her, and the voices liked him, and blah 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 blah. But the
And
voices
she
told her not. But see,
was
the
like, "I
voices
love you,
told
I
her not
love
to
you,
be
I
doing
love
what she
you,
was
I love
doing.
you." Yeah, she was like, "I love you, I love you, I love you." Shush. No, they're coming in, coming. Really? Oh my God. No. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. Who the fuck want to see that across the table at dinner? Like there's like what's her name? The Long Island medium. She could turn it off to eat.
Hmm. Oh,
Mm-hmm.
Madeline is there for exposure. She was in 50 episodes of Home and Away back in the early 2000s in an Australian soap opera. Got it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
She did
enough
say she
said.
was an actress. She did say she was an actress. Um, had I cared enough, I probably would have looked her up, but I
Right,
didn't.
I didn't care.
I didn't care. And then last but not least, Michael finally got his second chance with Steven. So Michael is the guy from Ohio, the black dude on the right. And then Zorba the Greek or what, or no, he's Italian, but whatever. Michael on the left is a hairdresser. And as a child, he got into a very serious car accident and he has a scar over one of his, well, over and through one of his eyes, and it was a long time recuperating. We saw a picture of him after the accident. Oh my God, he was so little. He was like 7. He was so little, like, in that, like, fresh wound over this poor little baby's face. Oh my God. It healed up pretty good though. I think it gives him some oomph, especially with that hair. And I'm not really into men with hair longer than me because I have made a man cut his hair because it was longer than mine at that time. Yes, I'm petty. I also made that same person who was a Muslim eat pork. So, real petty. But I loved his hair, but he seems like he's going to be a pain in the ass for me because he's wanting something to complain about. Because Michael was being upfront and honest with him and said, hey, I think he phrased it wrong though. He said, I've been on here and matched before. So that is open for interpretation.
Right.
Steven took it and was like, oh, I'm second best. I'm
Right.
like leftovers or whatever.
But
No.
I think you're right. Michael didn't tell him like, well, the guy named Master Me like decided he wanted to do it.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way it should have been phrased. Like
Or
I got left.
say it and production edited it out so it just looked messy and petty.
Right. That too.
Because you know how they do. So we got all the lab rats in here. We need to start weeding out some of these people.
Right.
Because it was a lot at the dinner table last night.
And Tristan, we gotta talk about Tristan and Cass. Like Tristan, I'm gonna need you to get it together. I'm gonna need you to really get it together. Like,
why? He don't like that girl.
oh,
He
stop.
don't like her. He don't like her. She like him. But do she? Because
Do she? Stop it.
because my nips wouldn't have been perking up for that. That's a lot of work. And maybe it's because I'm older now
Yes.
and I need to be in the slow lane and I don't want to put in a lot of effort. But even when I was in my 20s, he got a lot of issues.
Yes.
And I don't have the degree to work with it.
Um, the problem with Tristan is they like I think they do like each other. I'm gonna put it that way. I do, but
They friends.
I'm a person who like if I have to put too much work into you to when I'm tired, I'm not gonna do it. Like because I'm not like you said, I don't have the degrees to work through your issues.
Listen, he is a whole minefield in Uzbekistan. Like, no, he is a whole minefield. And there is no way that my old fat ass or even my young, skinny, sexy ass was going to be trying to tiptoe through there so I can't hurt Tristan's feelings or trigger him because he think he looking ugly today. Fuck that shit. Next. But then again, that's why I'm alone. And they're all married at first sight
Right.
in Australia, looking for love. Yes. Oh shoot, let me put in my battery. Sorry.
I would be terrible because I'm like I don't. I'll be the one that I don't care. Like get over it.
Well, that's why she sat back there and she said, I'm bored. And what did he get upset about? Because he planning all of these events.
Uh-oh. Debbie? I think Debbie froze.
Outside. Sorry.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I think I'm back.
Now, yeah.
Okay. Alrighty. So he's complaining, saying that he is planning all these events for her and she's bored and it's a waste of his time and blah, 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 blah. You're an event planner outside the experiment. She's not one of your functions. She's your wife. Mm-hmm. All she's asking you to do is to poke her, like touch her, give her a peck on the cheek, miss and hit the mouth, throw a tongue in, walk around with your zipper open, let it all hang out, walk out of the shower and let the towel drop. Something. Honestly, I like it that he's forming a friendship with Tim and is calling him dad. And it's good for Tim as well because Tim is opening up to this young man where he might feel uncomfortable with Lucinda. He's opening up with Tristan, like how he said at the dinner party, where Tristan leans over and is having a little conversation with him and asks him if he's okay. And he explains, like, Lucinda just wants to dig, but I don't want her to dig because I don't want her to find out about me and not like me, but I don't want to hurt her. She's a really good person. So he really doesn't think that he's good enough for Lucinda and that he's got a lot of baggage that he wants to protect her from. But then he tells Tristan, well, why do you feel that way? Why do you have the walls up? And he said how his mother died, and within the same year, the brother unalived himself. And then 3 months ago, his dad died and left him some sort of communication where he said, I hate you. Like, and so he's left all alone, last member of his family, dealing with this last communication from his dad. But good on Tristan for just sitting there and taking it in and not being horrified or trying to pacify him. He just absorbed it, and that allowed Tim to verbalize it, and this is the beginning of him working through it.
Right.
What do you mean I got junk files? Oh my God. Sorry, y'all. Jamal, this is the new computer. I hope it is better. Mm-hmm. It was running out of battery just now, so sorry. Right. God, I didn't have it plugged in. But hopefully, y'all, this is better. My other computer crashed yesterday. Oh my God, I'm a mess. But anyway, y'all, I like that dynamic between them. They just need to figure out what to do with their partners.
Right.
They need to figure out what to do with their partners. Thank God Tim wasn't getting involved in the brouhaha this week. Who else do we need to talk about?
For me, they were it. To me, I think for me, the way I took away from these 4 episodes, that was the meat. That was, and everything else was kind of like not non-existent. I mean, because Ben and Ellie weren't featured at all that I remember. Don't care about them no way because he don't like her. He's just there to promote his podcast. Tim and Sarah, they seem to be on the right track.
That's because she just want to stay on the show, but she don't like him neither.
Right.
She don't like him neither. We need to weed out people. I vote to get rid of these two. Wasting my time.
Okay, let's go to the couples. Who we want to keep and who we want to let's finish off the show
from the top.
Yeah, let's finish off the show by who stay or leave. They can stay for now because they're about to have some issues.
Oh, you saw that too.
Yeah.
I wonder what he does. You notice I'm automatically blaming him. But okay, so they're gonna. But he was so crude and rude, saying we've been sucking and we've been fucking. So we good.
Hey, he's honest.
No, I need to hear that. Okay, so these two, Cassandra and Tristan.
I'm on the fence, but I would keep them because I like them.
No, they need to go. Next up, Eden and Jaden.
We can keep them because Eden's gonna be a mess because she's gonna be the one that's gonna be calling everybody out. Her and Lauren. So we need to keep them.
I'm gonna need her to fix her lips. But yeah, we could keep them for a little bit. I know somebody said Dag Timothy's so hot looking. Oh, thank you. That only couple that normal. So I'm guessing that was Andrea and Richard. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think they're that normal. Ellie and Ben, they're gonna need to go.
Bye. Bye. Next.
Yes, yeah, I want
Yeah,
them to
go.
go. Because and I want the cousin to come back on and say, "Bitch, you know what I heard?"
Right. Right.
Okay, so Jade and Ridge, they're still
Love them.
new. We
Love
need
them.
them to stay because I want Jack to hit on Jade and
Right.
Ridge to find out. Lauren and Jonathan, I want her to vote
Oh,
leave.
yeah, I want her to leave. I no. Okay, here's the thing. I want her to stay. I want her to stay. You know what I'm saying? I would
Mm-hmm.
love for him to leave and her be matched with somebody else. But
No, but here's why what I said. I said I want her to vote to write down on her pad to leave. He's gonna say stay. And hopefully he'll grow his balls or bring them out from inside of his stomach somewhere and finally realize she's a good chick. But instead, I think Ben and Ellie are gonna leave. These two are gonna leave, and that's when him and Ellie hook
right,
up.
exactly.
Or even worse yet, if
They
Ben
cheat
and
during.
Ellie leave this week and then he misses Ellie, she writes go and he says stay, but Ben and Ellie go. Next week he'll get with her and say, "Okay, let's both write leave so I can
Right.
go and get my real girl."
Right.
Okay. Production, this is the storyline. Let's go with it. Lucinda and Timothy,
They can stay.
they can stay, but I want Lucinda to like wait till he's sleeping and just sit on his face and get the ball rolling. That's what I want.
Such a mess.
These two are still new, but I want them to go.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
I want them to go. Madeline Ash, I'm done with y'all. Um, Michael and Steven, they're new. I feel like Steven is going to bring mess, but I don't want to hear it.
Agreed.
I don't want to hear it. Maybe if Michael was bringing the mess, because he was real quick to go with Tori and Sarah and
Right.
Lauren, like all of them to see how Tori was doing. Not no, it
Because he,
wasn't. It was the
but
second
remember,
time.
yeah, but remember, he was at the hen night, so it makes sense.
Let me tell you, that was the most impressive welcome I've ever seen. The most like he made a very good impression with these women at the hen night.
Yep.
He's a down dude. So Steven, don't fuck it up. Let's see. Sarah and Tim, they could get out of here.
Y'all
I'm
can
not
go.
like there's something about him that irritates me. I think it's the slow talking. And she's not genuine, or at least she's not genuinely there for him.
Right.
Um, and I have not seen not one nutritional tip yet. So good on you, girl. And these two can stay till the end. And,
Exactly.
and here's why. We need energy like this because he is uber rude. He thinks
Mhm.
very highly of himself and his little weasel teeth. And this girl, I don't know who her plastic surgeon was, but she's admitted to having breast implants. And she has found some way to dress each and every week to emphasize the lopsidedness of her boobicles. Every week they are lopsided. Every week they are about to fall out of some sort of receptacle that they have been hoisted into. Every week she disappoints me with the cheapness of her outfits and the lack of support and like who was her doctor? Am I the only one noticing that her tits are uneven? Because nothing that comes out of her mouth makes any sense to me whatsoever. So I just focus on her breasticles. It's a bad boob job. Get your money back, girl.
Farso wants to know, a couple gets kicked off the show. Who do we think it is? I have no clue.
Oof. a couple gets kicked off the show. That's right. They keep on hinting at that.
Exactly.
I think it's going to be Richard and Andrea. I'm going to go with that one. Unless it's Ellie and Ben.
Right.
But you would get like totally unexpected Richard and Andrea.
Right.
Because they've been so perfect, sucking and fucking each and every week.
Right. He let you know he blowing her back out. Just so he's like, keep up, youngsters.
2 to 4 times a day. She got to be chafing. Unless they get in KY jelly sent there in
No, they just go get it from Tori because they know she ain't using it.
You mean for that? She got lopsided boobicles.
The truth sometimes is not pretty. So, hey,
they need somebody like me on this show. Oh my God.
be one of the experts.
Oh my God. So yeah, that we've got the full roster in. We've already got one couple kicked out, and that's Natalie and Collins. Good riddance. He's all over Yahoo Australia, stating how it was a bad edit, that Natalie was really mourning the passing of her father and was crying all the time. Production was coddling her. They had to call in her family to go woo woo woo.
Oh, wow.
That they hardly spent any time together because she was always crying. And I kind of believe that because remember from their wedding where she was like, "Oh, bread." Who does that?
Right.
Who does that?
I agree with you.
I feel like he's telling a little bit of the truth there, but he's like, they messed up my edit. When it came to like his confessionals and stuff like, dude, your confessionals were bad, whether they were edited or not.
Right.
And now I understand why it seemed like you didn't know who this chick was because she was always off crying and you were by yourself fluffing your hair. Okay. Mm-mm-mm. So yeah, y'all, that's the week that was. I don't know what this week is coming up. On Sunday night, we're starting off with another commitment ceremony. And I guess something big is going to happen. Jack is probably going to get called out again. So is Jonathan.
Oh yeah, they go in on Jonathan. They go in on Jonathan. It looks like.
I didn't realize he needed acceptance so much from a piece of trash like Jack. I didn't realize he wanted to be one of the boys. Like, he's a whole business owner. And the way how he buckled and then used words, he's always using words very carefully, because when he said, when she was like, "Why didn't you back me up?" And he said everything that you said. She was like, "Wait, what? Say
Repeat
it again."
That.
And why didn't he? And then she was like, "Why aren't you saying it for the whole table to hear?" I couldn't be with a man like that. I can defend myself, yeah. But if I'm with a man, I shouldn't have to be all on my own.
Especially when he ran the information back to her. That's the crux of my issue.
And knew she was going to say something. It'd be one thing if he said, "Babe, don't say nothing." But she warned him over and over and over again. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Anyway, she needs a better guy. She needs a better guy. Anyway, y'all, thanks for joining. Oh, wait. Okay. So I did a Costco run today. I have been hearing on, the Costco review channels about this product. Daryl Lee, Australian licorice. And it's not like black licorice, y'all, because I don't really like black licorice. I'm not a anise, whatever that flavor is. I don't like it. But this is from Australia, and their flavors are green apple, strawberry, and mango. Y'all, the mango is my favorite. The mango is my favorite. But I'm going to show you. Yes, I bought 2 packages because I'm a pig and it was on clearance. So this is the mango, and this is the, what flavor is this? The strawberry, and then this is green apple. Green apple and mango are my favorite.
Mm.
So I'm gonna have dental bills because of this. Oh my God. As if I don't have enough already. But yeah, this is what I've been snacking on during the show, and it's super yummy, along with a coconut water. So that's my Costco tip today. Anything new from Trader Joe?
Mm-hmm. Trader Joe's? Nah.
Nothing?
I need to try it. I need to find something new.
You do. And bring it up here and give me a reason why I need to go to Trader Joe.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Have a good weekend. We're going to see you back here next Thursday with Prison Brides, next Friday with more of this mess. We are still eagerly awaiting the start of Seeking Sister Wife on March 4th.
Oof.
That's going to be a mess. Jamal, have you been watching the Risa Tisa thing?
No, I've been hearing, but I'm not, what is that?
This lady went on TikTok and did 50 chapter, episode, whatever, description of her relationship with a man who was scamming her.
Oh.
It started in 2020 during COVID and went on for forever. Like, she got pregnant, everything. I don't have the time to watch 50 chapters of anything. So I watched I think Auntie's advice broke it down into like 2 or 3 episodes on her channel. And then if you can watch the chat as well, that's helpful. But it's a whole mess. And then last night, another TikToker came out with Jillian's story. Hers is only 20 segments, but hers is dumber than the first one. And again, 2020, COVID. Like, people lost their ever-loving mind with hookups during COVID.
Yep.
Y'all thought it was the end of the world, raw dogging with these people, getting pregnant, having babies, false identities, no credit, fraudulent letters of credit. Like, it's deep. Addicted to narcotics.
Oh shit.
And bringing it up in the house. Like, you moving in men in your house with your children, you know them for 2 seconds.
Right.
Oh my God. But the best, I don't recommend Jillian's story because I could have slapped her and the guy. But Risa Tisa, that was a good, because she was so detailed. Like, you didn't even question the timeline. You just questioned her sanity. But she gave timeline. You would have loved it the way how she did it. And then the ex-wife came up and supported what she said.
Oh shit.
Then one of the other women that he conned before her corroborated what she said. Then somebody's son came up and corroborated what she said. Damn. Because it is very, you sit there and you listen to her and you go, what the fuck is this? This can't be for real. She can't be that stupid. She couldn't have missed those red flags. But then when other people start corroborating what is being said, it's just like, oh my God. And the ex-wife, Risa Tisa, and the chick that he did before her, they all look very similar. They have very similar facial structures. So he has a type. It's just very scary. Like, he incorporated dead grandparents taking him to see him at the cemetery. He's a former football player that worked at Apple, but worked at a condiment factory. It's just so
Wow.
it's a good listen to. It really is. I was listening to it either Tuesday or Wednesday while I was at work. I was like, wait, none of this happened to me during COVID. But
Right.
then again, I was locked down. No one could come through my door. Don't come near me. But apparently, a lot of people were taking that opportunity to shack up because
Gotcha.
apparently the end of the world was coming. Whatever. People will believe anything. It's true. Um, Wait, I cannot wait to see who goes home, but Daily Motion needs to get better. What do you mean? Daily Motion's been good. Okay. People will believe anything. Yep. That was proven this week to me. All right, y'all. That's it for today. Oh, and after hearing the news about Wendy Williams, I wish her and her family the best. She's got a long road ahead of her, hopefully. And hopefully her family can get in touch with her because based on her diagnosis, she should have her family around from her. So whoever her guardian is from her bank needs to let her family get in touch with her because she won't. She's been diagnosed with a form of dementia and she won't remember them.
Right.
How are you keeping her family away from her?
Exactly.
I'm going to be watching the documentary this Saturday and Sunday on Lifetime. Where is Wendy Williams? Jamal, give it a peep. We might want to talk about it next week.
Okay.
Just because I feel like I'm personally invested in this.
I got you.
And I remember Wendy Williams back in New York, WBLS days, when she was almost going to get her ass beat for what she said on the radio. But Wendy was that girl. Wendy was that girl and will always be that girl. Most people know her from her talk show, but I remember her back from radio days. Wendy Williams, queen of all media. And sending her my love, my affection, and my support to her and her family because I know what they are going through. All right, y'all. On a better note, have a wonderful weekend. Come back here and join us next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. Jamal, any final thoughts?
Nope. Be safe. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.
Yes, sir. So until next time,
Yep.
bye.